So we've been studying Gita and we hear about, Sukha Dukkha Same Kritva. But when we interact with people in our lives, daily lives, there are some people who come with a very negative aura, and just interacting with them, like even just talking to them on the phone with them, leaves us with a disturbed mind. So while we try to self counsel and remember all the learnings, it still affects somewhere at the bottom of our heart. So how do we overcome uh, this recurring torment that happens?
See, first thing is it required to interact with such people? Is a first question to ask oneself, because spiritual science is very clear. Dussangha sarvatha eva tyajya. Narad Bhakti Sutra says that if this is dussanga, as you said, if it is negative aura and all that, then if it is not necessary, I should avoid. Suppose if it is necessary, I have to interact, there is no choice. In that also, the negativity which is arising is from that person. But if I have protected myself through my sadhana, through my surrender, etc., I made myself strong, then I should become cautious. That if there is a vain talk, gossip, accusing, provoking, hurting, I don't need to entertain those conversations at all. And if that cannot stop, I should learn to ignore it. There is no other way in that, because I get hurt only when I allow something to go inside and I take it personally. Otherwise, it will not hurt me. If that person is provoking and I need to prove something to that person, so I feel hurt because they are talking something wrong about me or accusing, whatever that may be, then there is some attachment I have inside. That's why it is hurting me. If I overcome that attachment in my mind, then I will not be hurt and I will be able to objectively understand whether I should even interact on this issue. So one can draw lines saying on these issues we will not talk, anything positive, constructive we will talk. And if that line is not possible, and even if it is some family member, then one is not bound to continue to interact with that person, because that person is not uh, aiding in any form in evolution and creating more disturbance in the wrong direction one is going. So one can block it. That is what our culture would say, because it's not necessary to keep on interacting with the negative and still maintain the balance. In that shloka of the Gita, Sukha Dukkhe Same Kritva, it is the exam, that shloka is meant for duty's sake. That do the duty for the sake of duty, not for happiness or not for pleasure or pain, victory or defeat, insult or praise. That is the shloka which is speaking about duty for duty's sake. So here it is duty for duty's sake, and that does not require any provocation, instigation, accusation, negativity. If it is coming, I can block it. I can tell them this is not appropriate. I can ignore. If none of this works, cut. Mirabai left her house and went. In one place, Tulsidaji says that that one should leave the person who is a hindrance in surrender to Bhagavan. Tajiye koti vairisam yadyapi paramasahi sanehi. Jake na priya Ram vaidehi tajiye koti vairisam yadyapi paramasnehi. That person may be very dear to you, but if that person is an enemy, one should ensure that one, if required, cuts the bond. If the person thinks that it is my God is is a hindrance in the devotion to God, then cut. Think of that person as though he is a great enemy, because devotion doesn't develop easily. And when devotion is rising and somebody is wantedly doing things to destroy that in spite of our best efforts, then cut the relationship with that person. If not physically possible to cut off completely from that person, mentally just cut off fully. That's what our Shastra would say.